All right, this daily chart of BBRY. I got a great video update on BlackBerry, but it's more about my system and how well it works. Is it pertained to BlackBerry and as well as a lot of other stocks. But BlackBerry was a setup. I gave it the benefit of a doubt that if it could show us the volume, if it could show us the power as well combined, that we could have a sustainable move. But it did not. And so let's see what I posted. And this I posted to my chart witness followers. I didn't post it on the BlackBerry board, but I've put in these updates many times. But this is what I posted. Because, this stock just is in a chomp zone. And shorting this isn't my interest. My interest is going long when this can confirm properly. I've done this many times with options. It's been very profitable. But this stock just chops around and I'm not interested in I'm interested in sustainable moves. Before I talk about this chart here, I want to go back to the chart here. The only time I liked BlackBerry as an option play, and it met all my rules, was this earnings run it had in June. This was their earnings day, and the reversal day here was the trigger day in the 950 to 970 area, and we had a nice little run. It was about 100% gain here. But then, whatever, then we had the news and all that stuff. I exited. I warned about the 1112 area, and it pierced it on this day here. And then the next day we had a nice strong another drop again. I didn't anticipate this drop, and nor am I interested in that. I just anticipated there would be a pullback, and this pulled back a lot more. Again, that was because of the IBM news. Since then, this stock has simply just chopped around, making a lot of false move. A lot of volume came in over here, followed by another false move. It could not confirm the strong volume breakout, and it failed to hold support and then reversed. And it was very apparent that on this day here there was a trick in this area here, and I explained it way back in November. Since then, what is BlackBerry not lower? And there's so many longs, false longs, who don't know what they're talking about, claiming how they're so good and how the entering of the stock. This stock is still in no man's land. It's barely up since last earnings. For anybody knows, this was last earnings, BlackBerry. And so you have the drop, false rise, another drop. You follow, chop. This is garbage baloney. But I gave it the benefit of the doubt, looking at all the positive news. Well, what people don't want to understand is that it's about what the market perceives. Everybody argues with security and all that stuff, but the company doesn't make any money, and the market knows about its security, but the market doesn't care about the security. They're looking for profits. It's as simple as that. And I thought that maybe with all the positive news BlackBerry had, there might be this chance that if it could confirm, but it didn't. That means the market told you. The market said of this. Could this confirm? Sure it could. But let's take a look what I wrote here. Today, BBRY closed above the $11 level, which is good. But the volume was low again. This needs 7 to 10 million shares in the first 30 minutes of trade, or 15 to 20 million shares in the first 2 hours of trade. To be a high odds winning trade, volume will be key. This now needs to crack above the 1120 to 1150 area to confirm. Volume will determine the entry point level as it trades in those areas. Without the right volume, I will just avoid this. This is exactly what I did, by the way. My numbers help protect us from false moves, and this stock needs volume. All my winning trades in BBRY have confirmed with volume. And you know something? That has been true. Every single sustainable winning trade has been winning. But I also said this could test 1080 to 1050 again if it cannot confirm with the right volume. Well, lo and behold, what did BlackBerry do? It basically retested this area again. We're so close to hitting 1050. What's new? So now it's again wait and see. New confirmation. Can this stock trigger with the right volume. And of course, there's the earnings coming out. Something buying this stock at $12 a share with the right volume, this can have a sustained move. It'll be worthwhile. But without the proof, without the power, this could have a sustained, if we have earnings coming out, it could have a sustained move. But if it fails, again, if the earnings disappoint, the stock will be lower. And so it's a guessing game. Um, you know, BlackBerry is a great lesson, because I remember over here when, back in 2000 and, well, I can't even go, it's been so long, but this was 2013, in June. And this was the earnings, this was the day before earnings. And when earnings came out, what happened? They disappointed, and look at the collapse in price. It fell from 14. And a lot of people don't realize that a lot of longs have been burnt in this company. They thought this was the bottom, and it fell from 14 people before recovering to 6. This is not investing. If you are holding through all this, you're not making money. You're losing money and time. And this is from 2013. This is a lesson to learn. There were option plays here. In this area here, which won. And another option play that won very well. And we're talking about with the correct volume and rules. It was pretty sustainable. This did last a few weeks, the move. This did not break out. If anybody considered this was a breakout, it's a failed breakout because we pulled back too much. Right? And look where it closed in the low. Yeah, the market was down, but you know what? Here's Google. And I sent on February the 20th, which was this day here, I sent an update. Let me ask you people, BlackBerry longs. When this triggered, which triggered on this day over here, did this not have a sustainable move for days? And it's still higher from its breakout point. Even with the market being negative. This is called correct trading technology. And if you're stuck in the chop making pennies in BlackBerry, because most people are making pennies or are losing lots of money in BlackBerry, this was a real trade, and that's what I focus on, real sustainable moves. When they don't break out properly, it's a failed trade. You take a loss, move on. But usually when volume and price collide together, you have almost like a guaranteed win. This was so smooth, it wasn't funny. That's a lesson to learn. And you know something? My chart witness follows witness this trade. It's on my stream, people. Let's go to my stream here. You can see this. Where are we here? Where are you, Google? I talked up. That was the one I sent. I sent February 27th. It failed this one as well, but this is the Google one. And this was the Google plan. You can see all the views, all the likes, and it did that. We had to pay in the higher zone, confirm with the right volume for Google, and this was a huge winner, even in these market conditions. It was beautiful. And so there you have it, people. Take what you will. Power trigger trade, the real deal. I tell it how it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. There's so many people on the BlackBerry board that I see, and I know the hypesters there. They say the most misinformation, and they keep promising the longs incorrect theories. Do you want to know something? In my opinion, if you have to buy BlackBerry in the $12 to $12.50 area with proof and confirmation, and this stock has a sustainable run to 14.15, you'll make huge money in options. This thing will go up a ton for you, and you have no headache. I won't have any headache. But if this earnings come up, and this does not, and if their earnings are not good, which more likely they will not be, because this stock has to go up on two reasons. It has to go up with the right kind of, because of the hope of the news, But it won't be because of earnings, because earnings are long ways from. This company is not making money. They make nothing. Okay, they have 1% of the market on the smartphone market. Where they're making money is piggybacking their software now with Google or with other, but they make small amount of money. It's not a big growth. It's not a big growth story, and the company wants to, and the market will only reward growth. And so even if they do well with their software, if that's it, if they don't start gaining market share on their smartphone end, I don't think the stock will go much more than 14 unless they start gaining market share. And again, I mean, it's the market speaking. It's confused that we are chopping. Look at this, people. We are chopping. So Power Trigger Trade's telling the facts to the long. So if you want to become a chart witness follower, and you care about more about making money and not about the company, then follow me for more great advice. Because in the end, that's what matters. Thanks for listening. Like the video.